Greetings, fellow YouTubers. Irv Lindsay here. How you doing? I'm climbing up the side of a hill. Today I am at Vine Street Hill Cemetery, and I had to run GPS to get here. Whew, what is a steep hillside? I want to get up to this patch of woods and shade that's at the top of the hill up here. We're going to explore a little bit of this cemetery, which seems to be in very bad condition. So let's hike around and check it out, shall we? I'm gonna tell you what, that was quite a trip for a big, out of shape person like me. Ooh, okay, so I'm up here on the top of this hill, and it flattens out in this large expanse, and this is a part of the cemetery that's not a lot of people come here. This is kind of towards what I would think would be thought of as the back of the cemetery. And there's a few things I see here that do bother me. If you compare this to other old cemeteries I've been to, we're not really that far away from Spring Hill Cemetery. And if you compare this with Spring Hill Cemetery, which is very well taken care of, then the differences are obvious. But let me show you a few things just in this one spot that I see that could easily be taken care of, and I don't know why they're not being taken care of. Right after I catch my breath. Yeah. Oh man. So the first thing I see that's really obvious that this isn't being taken care of in a proper manner is a lot of the trees have broken branches, dead branches, and are not being taken care of. And if you look down on the ground, you'll see lots of branches and limbs. I mean, honestly, I could gather firewood and make a campfire. There's so much dead stuff that hasn't been raked up and cleaned up. I mean, like right along here you can see not just a dead branch, it's been dead so long it's been broken up. Over here is even worse. Now, we have had some bad storms lately. This could be fresh, but nobody's staying on top of it. Now, I've heard people say there's a lot of vandalism out here. I haven't seen in the drive out here, I haven't seen any obvious vandalism. However, what I have seen is unattended gravestones. Some of the stuff is old, you know, 1887 right there, 1876, with these older marble gravestones, and probably the families that cared about these folks also died off a long time ago. We have some World War II era gravestones down over here I was showing earlier, but if we go back over here, you can really see and this is the limb I was showing earlier on that tree. You can see the top of this has come off now. How long ago, I don't know. You know, this is really old, and obviously it's falling apart. There's a big giant spider. This is so old and weathered I don't even see inscriptions on it anymore. They've long withered away. They're right there if you can see them. If I got a rubbing of it, I think that says mother. There's no idea who or what or when. That's how old some of this is a very old cemetery. But one of the things you can see now, a perfect example of what I'm talking about is this. You see all the weeds? See that? And then back up over here, look at that. Now there are people that have grandparents and great-grandparents living out here. You can tell that this hasn't been abandoned, it's just been neglected. There is a story online about this cemetery and how they lost their money, and it's a story that involves embezzlement and legal problems. I don't know if the story's true. I'm not going to repeat it in its entirety. If it's true, it's sad. However, it seems to me like this part of the cemetery has probably not been taken care of this season. That does look like an entire spring and summer's worth of growth to me, or at least an entire summer. Stuff like this really concerns me. Look, can you see? It's really bright and I'm standing in the sunlight and it's hard for me to see my display, but this grave is sunken in. I mean, if I were to root around, I could probably hit the top of a casket. I mean, that's 1973, not that long ago. And there's two matching headstones. This one has fallen into a pit. So yeah, we have a grave that's sunken in. We have lots of weeds. And this is the part I dread. That's walking back down the hill. Try not to die on my way back down. But you can see it's just very overgrown and scraggly and unkempt. And honestly, guys, this is a beautiful cemetery. Absolutely beautiful. Now, something like this, I don't know if you guys can tell, but if I, I could film it like this and you might not think too much of it, but if I level my camera with my camera level, this is level. So you can see that somebody might say this could be vandalism, but honestly, this is on the side of a hill and it's so steep, that really could have just fallen over. But nobody has come along and fixed it like it should have. And guys, it's right here by the road. Right here by the road. I'm gonna get back in the car, then go back over to the old chapel, which is falling in. Show that to you guys. Wow. Treacherous. Very treacherous. Don't come out here and go exploring. Just don't do it. Oh, see, that's me almost dying. Luckily, I had my hand on the rail. Good grief. Even the steps are dangerous. This does not seem to be a part of the cemetery that's being used. It's a beautiful view behind me. Honestly, this would be a nice place to be buried. It's a beautiful cemetery. And I think there's a little bit of neglect going on here, guys. I don't know what the story is. Maybe somebody official can chime in and let us know. If you've got people buried out here, if you got family, grandparents, great-grandparents, probably be a good idea for you to take it upon yourself to come out here with a weed eater and clear their grave, because they're not really doing that, especially in the older. Right here, I'm in the front of the cemetery, so this is pretty well groomed. But you get towards the back, and that's not the case. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Irv Lindsay here from Vine Street Hill Cemetery. And thanks for watching. If you like this video, there's some other videos of graveyards and cemeteries and a playlist right there. Go over there and check those out. Some of those are awesome. I've got my loud car right here. Guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Everybody enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you in that next video.